Guys, so I came home this afternoon and my books were waiting for me on my front porch. Super excited. I'm gonna go ahead and go through which books I've got. And I do want to mention that all these books are part of my Hostess rewards for my launch party. That means I got all these books either for free or for half off. So if you have quite a lot of books that you're interested in, hosting a party is definitely the way to go, because who doesn't want free books? So I'm going to jump right in and share these with y'all. I'm going to go through them rather quickly because I have about 30 books here. If you see a book that you're interested in and you would like a more in-depth look, just let me know and I can make a video specific for that book. But I'll go ahead and jump in. First one I have is Lift the Flat, First Questions and Answers, What Makes It Rain. This book's really cool, all about the different types of weather, and you have those really cool flaps throughout. Talks about rainbows and the sun. What makes sunsets orange and red? Is the sun really a star? Talks about lightning and thunder. Lots of neat stuff. Where does the wind come from? It's been so windy here lately, so this is going to be kind of cool to read with Charlie, just to talk about where that wind is coming from, what causes wind, all that neat stuff. So this book is really cool, all about snow. So this just basically is all about weather. Next one I have is That's Not My Pony. I got this one for Finn. Finn really likes horses. There's horses right across the street from Charlie's school, so we see them every afternoon. And I realized I didn't have a horse book for him, so I decided to get this. These are textured on every page, so that's always fun. There's a lot of different animals and little critters within this series, so definitely worth checking out. But these are really fun, very durable, thick pages. That's Not My Pony. Next one I have is The Pop-Up Garden. This is my first pop-up book with Usborne, and I already love it. Very colorful. This is the little garden shed. Look how cool. I just love how it's just like really neat all the way around. This is perfect for spring. Really bright, vibrant colors. You've got the different crops. Just really cool. I love how the fish kind of move as you open it, but pop-up books, really impressive. When I first opened this, Charlie and Finn both were like, ooh, so it's just really neat. Next one I have is Wipe Clean, Telling the Time. Charlie just recently learned how to tell time, so I wanted to get a couple things for him to kind of reinforce it and to use for practice over the summer. Each Wipe Clean comes with a dry erase marker, and your kiddo can work through and then of course wipe it clean and reuse over and over again. This one has little monsters all throughout, so it's really cute, really colorful. It makes the task a lot more fun than just a boring old worksheet. So these are always really cool. It's this really thick glossy paper, so they're very durable. There's a lot within this series, from before preschool all the way up to 3rd, 4th grade. So depending on what concept your child is working on. So these are really cool. Next one I have is Very First Book of Things to Spot. This one's for Finn. I'm really excited about this book. I think it's going to be a perfect book for him to grow into. It's got really cute illustrations, but it also has really great questions for him as we're reading. So it says, for instance, spot a bird. So you encourage your little one to find the bird. Which car has no wheels? So you're going to look at the pictures and find the car with no wheels. Right now, I think some of these questions are going to be a little over Finn's head, but I think it's still important to ask those questions and kind of talk through them with him. It does have really neat little cutouts, just really cute. Let's see, where is the round window? Spot the truck full of carrots. So you've got your little penguins, and under the sea, your butterflies and flowers, frogs and turtles, little monkeys. Who's eating a banana? That little guy is eating a banana. So again, lots of really great questions for those little ones, and it kind of gets them really paying attention and looking for those details. So, oh, little robots, they're so cute. Monsters, outer space, so really fun. It's really thick, durable cardboard pages. That's very first book of Things to Spot. Next one I have is the Usborne Look Inside the Jungle. This series is a lot of fun, gives your kids a really neat perspective that they don't typically have. Lots within this series. The jungle one is really cool, very colorful. Lots of really big flaps that kind of open up, really neat. I haven't even really looked too much in this. Oh, it's got a little hummingbird. We love hummingbirds. In fact, there's one right outside. But jungle hunters, all the different animals. So cool. Creepy crawlers. And they just opens up. So neat. Great little bite-sized chunks of information. Makes it just more digestible for your kids, not too overwhelming. But again, these are really neat. Lots within this series to definitely check out. But there's like flaps, and then there's flaps underneath the flaps, so lots of fun stuff to explore. That's Look Inside the Jungle. Next three I have are part of the Wheel Nut series. These are a graphic novel, kind of like comic book feel book. Charlie's really into this style of books right now. It's got the little word bubbles, really fun. This follows, I haven't read it yet, but it's about these different characters who race through these different tracks. So this one is the track in the desert. Those are the little different cars and stuff. This one, I think they race through outer space. This one is a race through like a spooky town or haunted house or something like that. But they're all really colorful, really fun. There's 6 within this series. I went ahead and just got the first 3 to kind of see how Charlie likes it, but I'm pretty sure he's going to love them. Next one I have is Flippy Floppy Farm Animals. I just recently discovered these books, and I think they're so cool. They're pretty good size. They're a lot bigger than I was expecting, but it's thick, durable pages. But on the first page, you are given an animal, and then you are searching for that animal as you flip the pages. So you find the little duck, and then you find the little dog, and then you find the goat, and it keeps kind of building upon that until you find the horse, find what you were looking for. So it's just kind of a neat concept. Finn's all about turning pages, so I think he's going to really get a kick out of this. But this is the farm animals. There's also a jungle animal one, and there's also a sea animals. So definitely something to check out. Next one I have is one of Usborne's phonics readers. This is Ted and Friends. Sorry, my hair's in the way. This has 12 of our phonics readers within this set, and it also comes with a CD-ROM that reads the stories to you. So these are illustrated by Stephen Cartwright. So on every page, there's a little duck hidden, which is kind of fun to find as you're reading through. But I like this book because Charlie, I feel like, can, it's pretty simple for him. He'll have no issues reading it, but I think the illustrations and some of the flaps, I think, will really get Finn's attention. So I feel like they can sit down together, the two of them, and read these and search for the little ducks together. But yeah, this is a really great phonics set. Lots of cute little stories within. And again, you've got your little flaps on, not on every page, but on quite a few of the pages. So lots of fun, sweet little stories. But this is a really great bargain because typically the phonics readers are $6.99 individually, and this set you get 12 plus the CD for only $19.99. So this is the way to go if you have a new reader. Next three I have are the Fizz books. I got the first one in one of my kits, and Charlie loved it. Him and Shane read it, and they insisted that I buy the rest. So there's 4 total in the series. It's about a little dog who joins like this police academy. So it's all about his adventures. These are great little beginner chapter books. There are pictures on every page, so it kind of makes it less overwhelming, but it's a quick, cute little read. Lots of fun. Just a fun little story. So there's, like I said, 4 within this series. These are just the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. So Really fun, sweet little dog. Next one I have is Baby's Very First Slide and Sea Under the Sea. We love this series. I think these are probably Finn's favorites. It's got the sliding element, slides really easily and smoothly for those little fingers. Very bright and colorful. We spent the whole afternoon at the aquarium. He loves fish, so it's been fish, fish, fish all afternoon. So I think he's going to love this book tonight. But really colorful and bright, really easy to slide. Just lots of fun. Look how cute that little seal is, catching the fish. Just really neat little slides and stuff. So lots in this series as well. It's got little fish moving. It's got little finger trails and stuff, but really engaging, good for the kids. The pages are super thick and durable, so they withstand toddlers. Next one I have is The River. It's The River, An Epic Journey to the Sea. Like I just mentioned, Finn loves fish, so I thought he would love this book. It's got that little hologram fish. You see it swimming. I think he's going to really like that. In fact, when I pulled it out of the box, he was already looking at it. But it's got the fish, and it just, this is one that I actually think both boys will enjoy because it does talk about migration, and the pictures are really beautiful. And it's got the cutout, so you have the fish that moves throughout, but it talks about his journey, how pretty the pictures are, but his journey as he migrates all the way, I'll skip through, but he finally makes it back to his other fish friends who are all little sparkly fish. But I just think it's so neat how that fish kind of swims along. So really pretty pictures, really neat, kind of unique book, but this is The River. Next one I have is my first reference book about food. There are quite a few within the series. I got the food one because I thought it was really fun. Charlie loves to help me cook. I think reference books are awesome. I love having them around the house. So when Charlie asks me a question, we can pull out these books and kind of find the answer together. I know we can Google things, but sometimes I think it's just important for them to be able to actually know how to find answers on their own using a reference tool. So these are great introductions to reference books. You've got your table of contents. You've got really great information, really good pictures. Again, this is age appropriate, so this is going to be early elementary. All about milk and dairy, cheese, how to break an egg, where meat comes from, at the market, seafood, all that good stuff. Lots of cool information all about food, making meals. And then I want to say, at the end there's a spotting game, a food quiz, and then you have a little puzzle, and then you've got your glossary, which is great to have, and your index. So again, there's a few within this series. Definitely a good book to have on your bookcase. Definitely check these out. These are my first reference books. Next one I have is Usborne's first sticker book about nature. This one's really cute. I think both boys will enjoy it. It gives you different little scenes, different habitats, I guess. African plain, coral reef, the Arctic, the forest. And then at the back, it has all the cute pictures. So you can go ahead and place them in your scene, and then you can go back and read them, talk about the pictures. Lots of fun. Our sticker books are awesome. This is one of the first, we have the different leveled, but this is one of the first sticker books. So this is for the younger ones. Next one I have is the Usborne Outdoor book. We're going camping this weekend, so I'm super excited to take this along. This is basically a reference book all about the outdoors. Perfect for summer. Get your kids excited about going outside. It has all sorts of different activities that you can do outside. Talks about the great outdoors. Excuse me, my phone. Talks about protecting nature and being safe in nature. Talks about exploring rivers, ponds, and seas, discovering wildlife. Talks about tide pools, different games. Like this gives you different, like sand dart game that you can play, bugs and trees and art in the wild, which is cool, obstacles and trails. It talks about setting up camp. That's going to be good for us this weekend, building a shelter, campfire cooking, maps, all sorts of really cool information. I think this is about the Morse code. Yeah, lots of neat stuff. I think Charlie's going to love this book. This is really cool. I've been waiting for this book for a while because it was out of stock, but this is only $9.99. This is one I think that Charlie will probably love the most. Next one I have is another Telling the Time book. So this is another one to help reinforce time telling. This is a Lift the Flap one. This is really, really neat. I haven't even opened this yet, so I'm opening it with you guys. But it's all about clocks and telling time and the different hands on a clock. How cool is that? The big hand and the little hand, and it's got these little clock guys all throughout. So it's just really cool. Past the hour, to the hour, just flaps throughout, really durable pages. Let me see how these open. 5 past, 10 past, quarter past. So all those phrases that kids need to learn when they're learning how to tell time. Then you've got stuff about digital clocks and AM and PM, 24-hour time, which I still need. I have issues with that. When Shane uses military time, I have to sit there and think about it. But this is neat because it kind of breaks it down for you. How long do things take? And then you've got your weeks, months, and years. And there's different challenge questions here. And then you can actually build your clock. So the little hands come out and you can stick them on there and use the clock. It's a functioning little clock. This book is so cool. So much good information. So if you have a kiddo who's learning how to tell time, needs a little bit of help, or just is interested in it, this is an awesome book. I'm really excited about this one. While we're talking about telling the time, this is a story all about telling the time. So this kind of makes it a little fun. It has this little clock with the movable hands. So during the story, the little characters tell you a time, and then you have to move the hands to reflect the time. So on each page, they're giving you a different time, so you have to change it as you go. But it has a cute little story to go along with it. So I think Charlie and Finn will both enjoy this one. It's illustrated by Stephen Cartwright, so it does have that hidden duck on every page. See the little guy? So it's something to kind of look for as you're reading. So this is a really good one, and it helps practice the time telling as well. Next one I have is 50 States in Every Vehicle. Ever since we moved, Charlie's been really interested in different states, how they're different, where they're located. So this is just a fiction story about this family who travels all over the United States in every different mode of transportation. So I know they take a taxi, an ambulance, a hot air balloon, a boat, a semi-truck. So it combines vehicles with different states. So, and the illustrations are just really cool. I haven't read it yet, but I hear it's an adorable little story. So they go through every state and they mark off each state as they go. Just a really fun, cute book. Next one I have is called You Choose. I'm really excited about this book. I think it'll benefit Charlie. He's all about writing his own comic books and making up his own stories. So I think this book will really help him with that. So it's got these great pictures, and then for instance this page says, if you could go anywhere, where would you go? So they look at the picture and they talk to you about where they would choose to go. So I would go to outer space because, and then they tell you why. Or I would go to the desert because, or I would go to the mountains because. And I think it's great because it really gets them thinking about different settings and different characters and things, you know, that they need to write their own stories. So I think it's really perfect for him. This is who would you like for family and friends? So they look at the pictures and they choose, oh, I would like the cowboy because, and then they tell you about it. So it's just neat because it's a good way to kind of, you know, talk to your kids and kind of get to know what they're thinking and what kind of home would you choose and what would you put in your home? Well, I would put the giant fountain. And so it's just a really neat, lots of cool stuff to look at. There's another book called Just Imagine in this series, and it kind of goes along the same lines, but I just love it because it's a great way to kind of sit down with your kiddo and just talk to them and kind of see their imagination come to life. So next book I have is Lift the Flap word book. Finn is talking more and more every day, so this book is perfect for him. On one side you have the scene. So you've got, for instance, you have the little cow, you pull it down and you have the word cow. On the other side you have the word, you flap it up and you have the actual picture. So you've got the farm, you've got I can with different action words, you have my body and clothes, you have outdoor words, you've got the beach, What do they say? So you've got the different animal sounds. The cow is going to say moo, so you lift up the moo and you see the cow. So it's really neat how it makes the correlation for the little kids. Bedroom, and then in the end it has all the words listed out for you. So I think this is good for your little ones as they're beginning to learn how to talk and learn all those words. Next one I have is also for Finn, Animal Hide and Seek. It combines all of his favorite things: animals, textures, and flaps. So this is Stephen Cartwright with the little hidden duck, but it's a cute little story about the farm. Again, it has different textures and different cool things to look at. It's got some scratchy textures. It's got little animals hiding everywhere. So this one's just lots of fun. Really super thick pages, very durable. Just a neat little book all about the farm. And then finally, I have Farm Picture Puzzle Book. I'm so excited about this. Charlie and I have already been enjoying it. There's a hummingbird outside. They're everywhere. This one is so cool. It kind of reminds me of the Where's Waldo books that we looked at as kids, but they're super colorful and bright and fun to look at. There's a lot within the series. I just got the farm one because I thought it was neat, but the jungle one is really cool. There's a zoo one, but it asks different questions, like look for 3 blue buttons lost in the meadow. So you have to kind of search for the different buttons. But there's just so much to see. Charlie and I were already playing with this. We were having a really fun time trying to see who could spot the missing items the quickest. So it says like, spot the pink parrot. So we're looking and, you know, he beat me and get all excited. So this is just really neat. Lots and lots of fun colors to look at. Good questions to kind of get them looking at the details. But just so cool. Really, it's a very large book, so there's a whole lot to see. But I love these kind of like search and finds. They're fun to do with the kids. But there's a few more pages. Oh, there's one about horses. Finn will like that. Little cats. And then at the end, it's going to give you all the answers. So if you can't find something, it'll help you out in the end. But that's it. Those are all my goodies that I just recently got. Thank y'all for watching. I didn't realize it was going to be over 20 minutes. But again, if you have any questions, if there's one that caught your eye and you want to see more about it, just let me know. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.